standing by, waiting for the live to happen. Technical difficulties and stuff happens, man. I don't know what was going on. YouTube wouldn't even let me come live. I don't know. But I got my cup of coffee. We gonna do a wrist check. And today, man, of course, I haven't done this in a long time, being this early. But we should have started at 8:30 exactly. But it is exactly 8:35. And I appreciate you guys for being here. And if you are catching this live, or it won't be live after after about an hour. We'll be on for about an hour. Man, tell me what your wrist shot is, man. What you got on the wrist? Are you a part of Watch Crunch, man? When you upload your wrist shots at on Instagram, I would love to see what you got. And if you're not following me on Instagram, same handle, Trapvision 3D. Send it to me, man. See, I got somebody in the box. What's going on, man? So today, man, hold up. I got on the old trusty right here, the Airman, and this was where I want to start. I want to park it right here. Before I get started, I want to just say thank you to my man got Luminox. Thank you for the people that's been reaching out. It's been sort of busy for me. This is a busy season, and stuff is moving. And you guys, there'll be other things added to the show later. We've been working on some stuff. We're almost at 1 million views, man, which is crazy. It is so crazy, man. So I appreciate everybody that's been watching, rocking, sending your wrist shots, everybody that's just been contributing to the channel. All of that. I appreciate all of it. But here, let me take this off real quick, because this is where I want to start with. And it's funny that the first person to actually drop their wrist shot in there, or like he got his Luminox on, we were talking about this, and he is a huge fan of Glycine. And Glycine, in my humble opinion, is one of the most underrated Swiss-made watches that's out there. And that's for a number of reasons, man. If you do your research on Glycine, you'll see that the company, when it had was created in 1914, it had ran for a couple years before it was sold off. The owner still kept it and was an advisor, but the company had been sold a few times, and now Invicta owns it. And it's one of the most underrated pieces out there. It was the first 24-hour scale timepiece out there. And the history with this one, why I like this one so much, is because this was like helicopter pilots were flying with this watch, right? They loved it. And I saw the original. I know one of the original I think this was created in 1953. If I'm not mistaken. I know one of the original pieces that Kokomo has that watch. And there's a future for that timepiece. One of the crowns, the lock and crown, I think it was missing out of that watch. But the fact that the history of this, because one, Hamilton khaki was actually issued to military personnel, and I got the actual story because I talked to a helicopter. He wasn't a pilot; he was a gunner. Actually got a Purple Heart, and he wore airman. He actually wore the same airman. So the same airman with white dial, black strap. And I remember that. And I had seen him last year at VA hospital, and just like, that dude's a hero, man. Just based on what he did and the lives he saved, and even taking shrapnel and stuff like that, and getting shot a couple times. So these watches, as far as Glycine is concerned, from a military aspect, and if you don't know, I am a veteran, for those that's new here. Julius Caesar, good morning. DK, what's going on? We got another vet in here, man. Man, post what you rocking at the time of the show, man. What are you guys wearing? What's going on? And we're gonna dive into that too, because hold up. For those that had asked me last year, I mentioned the cruise coming up, right? Cruise is like slowly but for surely coming. It'll be April of next year. But I have a team that's going out there surveying the land, and once they get back to me, I will be posting everything, right? But let me give you a precursor to what, it's about to be a whole Invicta event, you know what I'm saying? And it's not through Invicta. This is fans only. This is people that collect Invicta pieces. And I want to share an Invicta timepiece. Let me give you a little bit of background on this watch, since we're doing wrist checks and stuff. My father passed away in 2017, right? Here's the irony about it. I knew that the holidays was coming up. His birthday is in December, Christmas in December, and I was like, you know what? Let me get Pops this year. I said, you know what? My dad always wears a traditional Timex or Seiko. He had a Casio. He beat the brakes off. He had my mom bought him a Rolex, and he beat that watch up so bad. He wore it to work. He didn't care. Like he just tore it up. So he had a few watches. He had a Boulevard too. But like keep in mind, it was always in that same like frame of watch. You know what I'm saying? The classic design, the basic 38 to 42 millimeter timepiece. He never varied outside of that. And I remember I bought him a watch from the Dakota Watch Company, which I have one here in my mall. I know some people have mentioned. I've mentioned this company before, and I said I want to get him something different. So one night, I'm up and I'm like, yo, I want him to get Pops. I don't know. And that was a Saturday night. It was Saturday night. It was close to midnight. And I was watching Shop HQ at the time. And I said, man, no, it was Yvonne. I'm sorry. And I'm like, man, I gotta get Dad something. So they came on around 11. They did a show between 11 to 2 o'clock, and I ordered a watch, right? Got it, and I have it right here. Unfortunately, that Friday, the following Friday, he passed away. So I was never able to deliver this piece right here. This is a massive timepiece. My dad was bigger than me. I mean, when I tell you his stature, man, his shoulders was wide, big arms, man, and he had a low center of gravity. My dad used to be a meat guy, you know what I'm saying, taking slabs of beef off trucks. Then he got into construction. So I always considered my dad to be like a superhero. So I got him a superhero watch. This right here is through the Invicta Watch Company. Right? You see how it's hammered? And this is a 53 millimeter timepiece. Yeah, big boy. And I know it fit on my dad perfectly. This is Thor. And the one thing I like about this watch is a lot of the Invicta timepieces that showcases the Marvel, and I'll show you the back of this thing. Has the Marvel logo. This is when Invicta had rights over that, which is actually pretty dope. Quartz movement underneath there, of course, from what a quartz movement is it? From Seiko. It's one of the Seiko movements. VD54, one of those. It's one of those. It's a VD movement, TMI movement. But yeah, this is, and then everything works, bezel works on it. It's just a big watch. And I remember when I got to say my last words on my father's behalf, I wrote a hero's tale, and I actually had this watch with me in his final moments. You know what I'm saying? Well, like before we buried him, or whatever. We're in a Longines Spirit Zulu time right now. What's up, Vasquez? Welcome in. So yeah, that was now. How does that correlate to what's going on? Just know that this Marvel, DC, those, if you are an Invicta collector and you're going on this cruise, it's going to be out of Texas, but it's the Arizona group. They are going to give all the details, and I'm going to share with you guys that are going on the cruise what's happening. And hold on, I'll wait. And you know what's crazy? It's like sometimes when I'm doing my live, I can talk through a lot, but it's like some certain tones you be like, oh, it captures my attention. This dude's voice just kind of distracted me. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you guys for watching. Anyway, all right, moving on. Since we're talking about the Invicta Watch Company right now, one of the topics we had, it was about 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how like A.O. Lalo is in some type of litigation or like accused of doing something shady. But once you get past all that, getting back into the watches, Invicta has always been known for like polarizing, oversized pieces, and people have across social media, more of the professional collectors, more of the savvy collectors would always kind of shun Invicta because of its size. But I'll tell you one of the things that I like. Invicta actually adopted a company um, and started making their, well, it's not their own design. This wasn't Invicta's original design, but the detail in this watch is crazy. Now, they go off the bezel of this watch, and they say this is like a 47, 48 millimeter watch, but with everything that's going on from the case all the way to the crown stem, this thing is about 53 millimeters. I don't have my calipers to actually get the actual measurement, but that's what it is. What's going on, House of X? Welcome in. Now this one has a Swiss quartz in it. I have to get back with you on that because I want to say it's a 50/50C, I think, but I'll confirm. But this is called the X-Wing, and just look at like this, the function pushers for the chronograph. You got mother of pearl, and this watch is dynamic. Man, you got two-tone going on, and it's on a strap, it's like a rubber strap. And this watch, even though I know this is big by a lot of standards for people that's into the 36 through 42 millimeter. And I know some people wouldn't dare wear this type of Invicta, but this thing exists, man, and it's a fun watch. I like it, and you can see why it's called the X-Wing because of the X, of course. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is like one of the, like this is a classic piece with Invicta, and I love, like I've taken this. This was a gift to me. I've taken this on a cruise with me, and just wear it. Like you wear it with all kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just, I don't know, man. The sun hit it, and one thing that Invicta has yet to do was like improve their loom. So the loom on this one is okay, you know what I'm saying? When you get into that Caribbean sun, and you go in your room or whatever, it shines bright for just a second. Like you're not even getting 10 minutes of shine on this watch. But the X-Wing, yeah, man, just look at that. That's a pretty dope watch. And I know Invicta fans, they love these X-Wings, man. It's people that collect these by the boatload. That was one of the things I found interesting, that I fell in love with collecting, was hitting all of the different model numbers with Invicta. All right, you know what's crazy is looking at this watch, man. It's like it just kind of brings back memories of how I started my channel, all of the different events I've been to. Been down to Godfather's house, Mount Island, Virginia. Yeah, man, this is one of the beautiful things about, you know, collecting watches, and this is what I want to kind of point out today. I have been looking at YouTube recently. I told you guys that I wasn't looking at much content, but I had just looked at hold up, I had to pull it up real quick. Let's see. The title says, as I take my glasses off, I can't read without glasses, man. Y'all know that. Is it worth it? Tim Masu. I was watching this. What does more money actually buy you? And this episode of the 1916 Company is 3 days old now. I watched it, and he has this Monday mail bag where people get to drop their watches on email, and he posted them. And who was it? Ben 10, man, Ben 10's collection is crazy. Good to see you. Thank you for saying it. Woody, what's happening? Welcome in. Wearing a Longines Spirit Zulu. Oh, Julius. Julius, your collection is dope too, man. Your collection is so diverse, man. Like, and I encourage everybody, man. When you watch this episode, you catch this on replay. We're 14 minutes. If you make it to the 14-minute mark, don't forget to leave what watch you're wearing. And I want to talk about this in the upcoming live. I'll do a live where it'll be a Sunday where all of us get to talk, you know what I'm saying? So like I dropped the link, you guys come up and talk. I haven't done that in a while, but I'm back on it now. I'll be on a more consistent schedule as life unfolds. And I'll share more with you guys as time goes on, because it's a lot behind the scenes. Some of you guys, I've been hitting you up on Instagram, or you guys been hitting me on Instagram, and just been telling stuff, you know, like, yo, this is what's going on right now, you know. The whole, like, as far as collecting is concerned, the vibe that I've gotten so far is people have slowed down. They're watching to see what's coming out. Who was it? DC Times just was last weekend. I didn't get a chance to go out there, but I heard that Swiss Watch Company was there, and I can't remember. Somebody had mentioned to me, had asked me about, do I still have my Swiss Watch Company diver? And I'm like, yeah, I still got it, man. I'll never get rid of that watch. I did that watch. Oh, almost dropped it. I like that watch, and you don't hear much about it, but I hear that they do have another model coming out. And I seen did Jody just make a new? Yep, Jody just made a field watch, and Miyota movement, and I think it's a 24-hour scale, which, there you go. 24. This watch is a 24-hour scale timepiece for those that don't know. And I just actually showed this watch a couple days ago, and I've been grabbing. Appreciate it, Trap. Oh no, bro, no, man, I appreciate you, because you know what's crazy? Like one thing I appreciate about you and Dave, when y'all get into the conversations of just different watches and whatnot, and this is one thing I tell people: just explore a little bit, even if you don't buy the watch, just explore. I do appreciate what you guys put, because I will go and look the watch up if I'm not familiar with it, and then I go down this rabbit hole, and I'm like, wow. And I will do more of that, looking at watches outside of looking at who's putting out what content, because man, to be fair and honest, some of the content that's on YouTube is like, that whole let's talk about another YouTuber thing is on fire right now. That's the most watched thing right now, I think, is the degradation of another YouTuber. It's entertaining, to talk about people. Like Nico's been doing it for years now. Now there's people up and coming, and like that's the topic. You know what I'm saying? And then even with the clickbaity stuff, with like I quit or I'm done, and like I'm like, yo, across the board, yeah. I guess views are down. People aren't getting the numbers that they once got. Some may have seen that their pockets aren't getting lined like they used to. I don't know. So you have to pivot and do what you got to do. I'm not even, I'm not mad at any YouTuber for pivoting and doing those type of things. I don't particularly. I will never get into the whole, I'm about to make an entire video talking about one of these other horologists out here. Just have no need for it. I just, so another reason for this live is, man, I think, from our perspective, we get away from the enjoyment factor of watches, and forget that, like, what's out there, because where somebody may run to try to, like, what's new. When the last time y'all seen me post this one? That Nomadic, Mirai, 401, Diver, and there's new colorways. They always, and this company is still growing, and I feel that in a lot of cases, if these watches aren't talked about on YouTube, they're forgotten about by whoever is looking for the next, I got to get the next fix. You know what I'm saying? I need that next dopamine hit. But since I've owned this watch, which is going on, is it 2 years now? I will say the wearability, the only thing, I got used to certain watches having like that coating on it, man, having that hardness coating, the treatment to it. And this thing has scratches, as you can see. I've been wearing, y'all see those scratches? I'm wearing a mess off this watch. This is one of my favorite watches. And yeah, to play with this thing, man. After 2 years of owning this watch, it's solid. And this watch has been compared to Tudor because of its design, which I can't be mad at, just out of Belfast. This watch is based around the Titanic. As you can see, that rotor back there resembles that of a rotor. Good morning. Thank you for and I got people texting me stuff right now. What's up, Oscar? Welcome in. Wearing an Aragon Open Heart Scaly Horology. Ooh. Wearing a 44mm Boulevard Mark Anthony Limit. Oh, hey, Boulevard is killing it right now, man. But they've been knocking it out the park. But I think they're overshadowed by, what's I guess the talk has been Omega's sales being down, Rolex and Tudor being up, Bremont being boring and out of touch. I've seen a lot. Man, in these past few days, I've seen a number of videos where I'm like, yo, that's crazy that people fund or like run to some of these brands and then they fall off and they're like, and then you see a comment section like, well, you know what? Omega's overhyped. It's overrated. I wouldn't get it. And that's their opinion. I think Omega's pretty dope. I've always liked Omega timepieces. Not saying that I like the prices of some of the watches, because what you get versus like if you're buying it for pure aesthetics, would you spend $8,000 to $9,000 on a watch for pure aesthetics? Some may, some have, some have. Or would you just buy a watch to enjoy? Which I still have. I haven't shown this in a while, but I still rock this watch from time to time. And I have so many watches to go through though, man. There's some watches that are non-negotiable. They will never leave my collection. This is one of those watches. I really dig this watch, man. The dial, the case shape, the bracelet. I don't think I will ever put it on the rubber that it came with. I don't even know what I did with the case. The case is, I don't know if I packed the case up, man, but I can't even find the case now. Another watch that I gravitate towards. You guys know about this Hamilton. Oh, I didn't buy it. It was a gift from Trifecta, which you can actually go down below. Oh, keep in mind too, I don't know how many people utilize the when I drop links, actual links, but for those, if you're new, you can go down into my description box and look at links. I have two. One, Responsible Creator, which is you're supporting an entrepreneur. I'm really digging the team over there is like super dope, coming up with creative designs for shirts and stuff like that. I have a hoodie coming, even though that the weather's changing. I'm still a hoodie dude. I love hoodies. Man, if y'all don't know that about me, I love hoodies. Funny enough, I like some of the new Braemont watches. Wouldn't pay retail price, but definitely would buy on a nice discount. You know, I've yet to see a Braemont in person. I haven't held one. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make sure I change that. But I was looking at some of the designs. Braemont has a number of great designs, man. We had a discussion, y'all. Like, we had what's up, Bristol? We had a discussion about like premium watches, luxury watches over the affordable deals, right? And let me point something out, because I actually have this, man. See, and it's funny that Bristol popped in there, and I have another piece that I consider to be like, hold on, get me off the screen. A dope piece. This is from Aragon. This is a 45 millimeter dive piece. It's full titanium, bracelet and case, right? It has a Miyota movement in it, 9015, so it's high beat. Well crafted, well constructed. The loom on it is amazing. The watch, in my humble opinion, I love putting it on. I love wearing this watch, and this is something that's in my rotation. It just gets, man, yo. I can't speak for anybody that's watching, but the fact that like I can afford to buy a timepiece that I enjoy, the colorway on this thing is vibrant, it's lightweight, and I know some people associate the weight with quality, and this thing is light. But the way Wayne has done his watches, I had one watch, I had one timepiece fail, right? And it was the movement, the NH35 gave out, right? And Wayne was like, oh yeah, send it back. And I had that thing back in no time flat, right? No problem. But his designs, man, yes, they are polarizing, but they're vibrant, they fit, they match, they just go with my lifestyle. And I just feel some type of way, man. If you're not feeling like good about the purchase, man, you're like, yo, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But I just enjoy it. I enjoy the watches. And then I enjoy saying, you know, giving him feedback, you know, and he's very responsive. That's another reason why I like Aragon as a company. Very responsive. The other ones I will have to chalk it up to, I'll give credit to the ADs. Another reason why I mess with companies like Kokomo Watch Company and Trifecta. And I like Moyer. I bought my first Hamilton from Moyer Jewelers, which, I mean, dude, customer service is great. It's amazing. They got a lot of great options. But hold up. Good morning. Papa G's in the building. I have that same watch and like it. And you like it? I'm like, man, bruh. A friend of mine has a 12 spot case of Aragons. Quality is great for their prices. Exactly. Oh, my bald brother is in the building. Good day to you, sir. The purpose is to be polarized, make a statement with style. Yeah, bro. That's a discussion, I guess, man, to have. I would, you know what? I think that'd be a great discussion on a podcast is, polarizing brands like Aragon and Invicta versus everything else. Because it's like it's made to be different. It's like there's categories and then they put, even Aragon is in this subcategory. But I'm telling you, I mean, you have to enjoy it. You should be enjoying it. And I know Invicta collectors, man, they like, you're not gonna tell them no different, man. Like they feel, well, I'm gonna say we feel, because I still have my Invicta. I got a lot of Invicta. I started my channel off of that. Don't run away from it at all. I refuse to deny that. And I have some great pieces. So if you just got here, I showed this watch earlier, my X-Wing. I still wear this watch. It's heavier than a lot of watches that I have. I don't wear this though, because this was for my dad. I size it for my wrist, but I don't wear it. I'm actually taking it on this cruise that I'm going on. I'll wear it then. But, I put it on for his birthday. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? Just a celebration of life and appreciation for who he is, who he was to me. But other than that, yeah, you have to love what you're wearing, man. I mean, it's the money that you spent on. Lucha's in the building. What's happening? I didn't even see. What's going on, bro? At the VA. You at VA? I was supposed to be in the VA yesterday. I had to change plans, brother. Oh man, it's light. You saw that?
I was looking at my phone and I saw that.
Yeah, that thing, did y'all see that? That was light. Yo, that's crazy.
And that's like 4 miles away?
That's wild. That is wild. Let me show where we are. We had 27 minutes. Okay, so story. Oh, is that an option? Sure, it is. I just got a question through text message. It is an option. Yes, it is an option. You saw Yeah, that was crazy. In 2017, I was working at Enterprise. And I wore my Invicta. People like my customers that came in knew me by the watches I wore, and they just like, some of them would come in like, okay, what watch you wearing today, right? And I used to wear it's like the huge pieces, man, just loved it. And I had to stop wearing so many big watches during that time because they catch the door jams, and then I scratched the car one day. I was like, oh crap, because they so big, man, they clumsy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm moving and grooving, and boom, I scratched this car. I was like, oh. I looked at the watch, and this crazy thing is, the Invicta was fine, nothing wrong with it, but that car had a nice little scratch. I said, oh man. So now I'm out here trying to buff it out, which I did buff it. Got the little pin to do the thing. If you know what you know. But I got introduced to Spinnaker back then, and I said back in 2017, 2018, I said, you know what? I want to try that watch company one day. And it wasn't until, 3 years ago, I got my first Spinnaker. And fast forward, you know what I'm saying? It took me a while, but like I got my first Spinnaker timepiece. This is the whole, and it's to resemble the Panerai. It is to resemble the Panerai, but it has its own vibe to it. And if you remember, when I first debuted this watch, when I first showcased this timepiece, I wore it and I came back and said, yo, this watch is dope. When I tell you, this is one of the most comfortable watches I own today. And I wore this for like a good month, right? And I stopped posting on Watch Crunch because I was like, I wouldn't take it off. I'm like, I had it on the wrist. I said, yo, let's get it. That's it on the wrist. I absolutely enjoy this watch. And it's 35 in it, and it does not carry the prestige of some of the higher brands. It doesn't carry the prestige as Panerai, the watch that is, you know, resembled after. But thank you for the message. Yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like spec, like, okay, let's take specs. Let's look at the specs, right? Because that's one of the things, like a selling point. You want the sapphire crystal, you want the automatic movement. Some of you guys like hardness coating. Some of you guys are big on power reserve. Whatever the specs are, some people like just thrive off of that. But this is why, you know, I can appreciate like watching James or Hey Watch Dude Jason for having the AliExpress experience, because you can actually buy a watch just for pure aesthetics, man, and not spend a lot of money. That's an option. And I'm saying that for the people that's watching. If you're watching right now and you're like, hey, I want to buy a watch, I want to get into watches, but I don't want to spend a lot. But I do like certain designs. Dude, AliExpress, you can... I'll tell you to do this. I'll tell you to watch one of those channels first and let them do the heavy lifting. Unless you got time, because if you go through the AliExpress website, oh my gosh. Like so many vendors, man. It's so many. It's like going to a swap meet, man. If you ever been to one of those, man, it's just, bro. I'm like, I don't have time. Even when I got time, if I got 2 or 3 days off from work, and I'm not doing anything, I'm not watching Netflix. I'm not working out. I'm not doing nothing. I can't sit through that. So, man, when I tell you, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, like merely watch reviews, like all these guys that are doing the AliExpress stuff. I appreciate you guys dearly, because you take the guesswork. Like, I don't have to work. I just go straight to your thing, look at your recommendations. Like, you know, all right, cool. Let me pick that one out. Now, me personally, I haven't purchased anything off AliExpress personally. I've always bought from the actual company. JJ is probably buying a watch right now, or he's probably asleep from buying so many watches yesterday. I need a watch, I'm sure. You need to watch. Bro, get out of here. Watchman 54 is in the building. Wearing my Victor Joker watch today. Ooh. Hey, there's a couple of events coming up that I'm definitely not going to miss. One is, what is it? Warning Wow. Warning Wow is coming up in July. I don't know. I imagine it's going to be on the 10th, because they normally do in July. They normally do that during my birthday, right? So I was looking at how my birthday falls this year, and the 10th is a Friday. So I imagine that's when they'll do it, unless they do it the following weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, and I know we're like 4 months away from that. Your boy's gonna show up unusual. I have a plan on what I'm going to do for Warning Wow event in Chicago. Yo, if you are going to that, whatever, I haven't looked at because I don't know exact dates. I don't even know if the dates are up. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. It's wind up. Let me see wind up times, man. Hold on, let me get into the chat real quick. Jay Jones opened up another watch company, third one this week. Ha! Lucha, let me tell you this, and I know Jay Jones is gonna watch this on replay, and he's gonna call me and cuss me out. But Jay Jones has jumped down this rabbit hole of buying all of these affordable watches. He's gotten off into he got Olev's. What's the other one? Crap. I know Olev's is the latest one. AV8, which is a part of the Dartmouth watch group, and I want to say there was another one. And then he be getting stuff off of Facebook. He be going to Facebook. This dude is a watch fanatic. He's Mr. Affordable, man. He's like, hey, sale price, got it. And dude will buy a watch in a heartbeat. Back on the road, catch you on the flip side. All right, Russell, be safe out there, bro. Haven't bought a watch off AliExpress either. Plenty of straps though. Ristful, I saw the watch that you and Fred got, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy, that PRX vibe for $139, bro. And that's it, y'all. That's just it, man. Like you can get a lot of watch, man, for not a lot of money. Or, and I've shown this before. I just want to pull up two watches. Strap Habit will make your watch, some of your favorite timepieces, dance. Man, when I tell you, like that's crazy, man. I would like the Hamilton on that camo strap, that Call of Duty camo. That's not the official name for it, but I'm calling it Call of Duty camo because it's something that, like a skin that you would get off the game. And then that one right there is a Random Rob special. Y'all know he likes orange. Man, I bought that strap like 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. And I hadn't put it on anything. I had got it originally to put on my Invicta Diver, and I just didn't. And I got the Gene Krantz, and it works on that thing. And it's not coming off for a little bit. And then I messed with strap coat as well. So I changed the look of this piece right here. I want to give it something different look. Because this is a bold piece too. The crosswind, the Hamilton crosswind, which isn't talked about a lot. There was a few reviews on this watch, but you know, it came and went, and it just falls into a category of meh, whatever. I like it because one, I could take my glasses off and still read the time. Yeah, man, this is, man, look, that watch Pilot timepiece, but this is for challenged eyes. I'm not even gonna say old man, but this is for challenged eyes. And I think, in my humble opinion, I think it's a great adventures watch because I wear the watch when I go walking too. I enjoy having it. That's the other thing too, is like, you ask yourself, are you really enjoying the watches that you have, that you've collected up to this point? All right, let me put my glasses back on so I can see what y'all talking about in the chat. Jay Jones is too cool. It's so cool. We met. Yeah, he called me too. He called me. He's like, yo, guess what? Guess who I met? And I'm like, I don't know, Jay Leno. He was like, nah, House X. I was like, oh, okay. He said, man, they dope, man. He went a watch. He went on a watch rampage buying all them Oscar. I can tell you, I was in car sales in 2022, and Jay Jones had been buying watches, but like he snapped in 2022. That dude bought so many watches, man. And you got to think too, he already owned watches. He has a Hamilton, because y'all know he's prior service. He's a police officer. Well, he's a retired officer. But when he got with Invicta, when he started buying Invicta and started knowing who he was, this guy had bought like 7 watches 1 month, right? And you think to yourself, I guess it's not bad for a watch collector and enthusiast, right? And then the next month, he did like 22 watches. And the month after that, he did like 30. I was like, yo, man, bro. That dude went from having like an 8-watch collection, and in 3 years, man, dude was well over 600 watches. In 3 years. 3 years. So I think since he's been an Invicta collector, I think he has he's going on, this may be his 5th year. Ain't no telling. He keeps saying the numbers around 600 right now. But I'm like, Jay, you got 600 Invicta, probably 150 Aragon, and then another 100 just random company watches, man. Like, Jay went on, he got Pagani, he got all kind of stuff. Dude snapped. But for him, Jay, as much as I talk about Jay Jones, there's collectors that make him look like he ain't did nothing, like he's a baby collector. I know a collector right now that has well over 2,000 Invicta in his collection. Well over 2,000 right now, currently. And I'm not talking about baby pieces. He got like a lot of the older stuff, the older models. He got a lot of new stuff too, but like his older models, ridiculous. The diamonds, that's when Invicta still has some Swiss-made options. Yeah, this cat has been collecting for a minute, but like he has so many watches. I can't imagine Jay Jones coming in to a cash register with his Sit him down to catch his breath. I'm trying to tell you, yo. Catch his breath. Trapvision. You have three different choices to buy me a watch. One, Ultramarine, Hamilton, Nizumi. Hey, you know what's crazy? Um, all three great choices, and I'm real big on that white Murph. Ooh, but that Nizumi though. Ooh, yeah, that Nizumi, man, that thing is yeah. He said choose wisely, and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. um, I want to share with you guys three more watches that I have in my collection that mean a lot to me, man. I'll start with this one since we're doing wrist checks. Something I just pulled back out, and that is the collaborations between Phoebus and Mark from Islander Watches. I love that, and I'll put this on a strap habit strap. Which, I mean, I went crazy with the straps, y'all. I went crazy. This thing right there makes it the Devastator, another Devastator timepiece. But this diver, man, I like it. I dig it. It's different. I love the dial. I love the seconds hand. I just do. I mean, the minute hand. I enjoy this watch. And then it has that sandwich dial to it with the textured dial. Funky colorway. Hold on. And I'm talking about zero play on this thing. 120 click bezel. But again, we talking specs earlier, man. This is just a cool watch to have. It's really nice. And this has an NH35 in it. No, NH38. It has an NH38 because it doesn't have a ghost date. I dig the watch. The lume on it. If you have yet to buy a Phoebus timepiece and you just like a diver, I would highly recommend this because the finishing on it is great for the price that you get. The lume on it, man, is crazy. Sapphire crystal is comfortable, but like I said, the bracelets on them are solid. That should be the standard now, man. A lot of companies are going to that type of bracelet that is well crafted and you have on the fly adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Just a push button. That should be standard now. That should be standard. And another watch that I have that I just wore recently, actually, matter of fact, last Sunday, I didn't even post the watch coach. I forgot. I took a picture. I forgot to post. Sal Baltimore, and I know he was at District Times this past weekend. Talking about a great aviation timepiece, and similar to anything IWC, but you don't have to pay the IWC price. This watch you can get for around $7 and some change. And it has Vickers, the hardness coating. Spec-wise, man, if you're talking about specs, this would be the one that people gravitate towards. Like, hey, I need this watch to be high beat. I need sapphire crystal. I need lightweight, and I want the hardness coating. And does this have screw pins on it? No, it does not have screw pins. And this one has the like I said, that should be standard. Y'all see that underneath there? On the fly adjustment. So if your wrist swell, you can extend it out, good to go, and keep it moving. I enjoy this watch, man, because of the colorway. I had to get that color. And I didn't know if I wanted to get the black one though, because they got the black DLC coated one. That was a toss up. And then the other one, if I was gonna choose another, it would have been the green one, the green dial. But that one right there, you don't see that, I don't see that many dials, that colorway like that. Can't go wrong with ruby red. Damn, I just enjoy this watch, man. And this is you know what Sal Baltimore is talked about when it's talked about, like when new releases come out, you know, YouTubers do their due diligence and put it out there. But I don't think, in my humble opinion, I don't think it's talked about enough is like your favorite watch until Teddy does it. Teddy just went over like the top bronze watches that you can get, right? I think some of his favorites. And I know Hamilton was in one of those, and Tudor. I can't remember what the last one was. But that watch not cool. Yeah, man. This is I'm gonna tell you the thing about one of the greatest things, because it's open. It's just super open. It's vibrant. The color looks amazing when the sun hits. This is a watch, man, and just like the crystals raised. Just look at that, man. How the crystals raised. This watch is just crafted just perfectly for me. And I'm not saying it's a perfect watch. It's crafted perfectly for me. Some watches I do consider to be perfect for, just like, I'll go back to this Aragon. This is the perfect blue for me. That right there is vibrant. It reminds me of how Oris do. Like, you guys have I don't know if you have experienced Oris, but their dive watches, shoo, bruh. Their dive watches are phenomenal colorways. The other one, who else does a great colorway? Zenea watches, which you don't hear. I haven't heard anything about Zenea. Like, nothing. I know he was working on some stuff, man, but I haven't heard anything. But that's, you know, that's one of the disadvantages of a micro brand is it's hard for them to get out there if they're not talked about. But I think there's enough people that know about certain companies, because we do, as enthusiasts, we do a decent job at promoting the brands we like. Let's see. I grabbed the turtle watch from Mark in Islander last Christmas. It was nice, man. Like the bird. I was surprised. Got the watch for $120. That turtle watch is cool. Did I bring? You say that, and I don't have one, but I brought out my land tortoise, Seiko. Not in love with the strap, which I am actually, and I didn't buy the strap, man, but I'm getting a strap from Strap Habit to go with this watch. Because I wore it, trying to break that strap in. I think it's gonna take a lot long. I will have to wear this a lot for it to break in. And it's uncomfortable, man. Like, that strap is so rigid on. Oh man, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I would much rather do like the NATO from this on that right there. If I'm, you know what I'm saying, like, being perfectly honest. I just. But yeah, I'm gonna update it. I believe I'm gonna go with a tan strap for this one. I'm gonna go with a tan strap, and hopefully I gotta get the measurements. I'm gonna make sure, because I want to keep my Seiko buckle. I like the watch though. I like the watch. I really like this. It's highly reflective. There's no AR coating on this thing, but I really like the watch, man. It's outside of like the strap. I like looking at it. You know what I'm saying? The compass. Do I use it? Will I use it? Possibly when I go out in nature. So, trap is there. Correct way to set the date on 2024, so I don't damage it. I always do it in the PM, AM, at anything at 6:30. As long as them hands are down, bro. Plays no games with that one, baby. Nope. Not. Yep. I don't do it. And then depending on what, like, hold on, let's see. Depending on the position, man, I'll set the date a day before and just roll it into the actual date and then set the time from there. Yeah, I plays no games. I damaged one once before, man. Sick. Because I had to pay for it. Was a watch that I wore. I don't even have it anymore, but it was an Invicta piece. I broke it, man. Like, it wouldn't set back right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching it and you could hear it. Like, whatever that piece is that snaps off, I heard it grinding in it. I was like, oh, bro. Sick, man. I said, nope. And from there, yeah, sometimes, like, NH35 is forgiving. I haven't tried it with a Miyota movement, and I'm not. So I say, even, I don't care what it is, quartz watches, I always set it 6:30, between 6:30 6:45, something like that. That's it. And I'm just going, nope. That's the safest way to go around until you get the date correct. Yeah. I have owned my Jack Mason Canton for over a year. Regularly wear it from time to time. You still don't have any scratches. Julius, you're a smooth operator, man. Scratches avoid. You like Chuck Norris, man. Scratches avoid your watch. So yeah, You and Dave, y'all the watch collectors. Yeah, my coffee's getting cold. I'm going to show you the last watch that I absolutely enjoy for a wrist check. I wore this watch when I bought it. Didn't expect to like this watch, and it's the Heritage piece. This is one that I'll tell you if you're watching this and you don't have one, and you're getting off into watching and say, hey, you hear all these different specs, all these different terms like deviation time, and this one is chronometer certified. And chronometer, man, any watch that's chronometer certified, you're gonna pay the price. You know what I'm saying? Like anywhere from $2,000 on up. This one is, you can get this watch for under $1,000. Like this, even with the you have to use a code or something like that. Or like for me, I tell you to go down in the description, get Trifecta, because the Trifecta is gonna always be a part of this channel. That's like one of my favorite places to shop, right? Yeah, talk to him and you can get this, but like I like this watch, man. Didn't think I would, man. It's 38.5 millimeter, no loom on it whatsoever. And I watched there were 2 reviews I saw on this watch. And based off the reviews, if I'd have went off the reviews, I would have never bought this watch. Because I actually saw reviews before I saw the watch. And then I went to Trifecta, saw the watch. In person, I said, ooh, this watch is pretty dope. And one of the, there was a reviewer that kind of shunned it because it doesn't have loom. And I said, wait a minute, hold up. When I think about the word heritage, this watch is the 1938. So during the 30s, this watch didn't have loom. And it's just a remake of that original watch. And it has updated water resistance because the original watch was dust proof. It wasn't even waterproof or like water resistant. So it was a dress watch. Yeah, and I want to say even in the 30s, this watch came in around $200. You think about that, how much that was. That'd be the equivalent of what it is now, which is interesting. I'll think a little bit more. I want to say that it came in around $1,200. That's like the equivalent of $1,200 to $1,500. I'm gonna peep that out. That thing just sits so lovely on the wrist, and I imagine this thing will look great on crocodile leather, on leather period. I may even try suede because Strapco has a suede band. I don't know if Strap has a suede band, but I know Strapco has a suede band. That's the beauty about it. You know, I could try a number. I can buy like 5 or 6 straps for this thing, which I have been, which I highly recommend, y'all. You want to add flavor, even if you don't have the money for another watch, man. Go get you some straps, bro. Go buy straps, man. I have some scratches on my Zulu time, Omega, SMP, Datejust. Looks classy to so heritage models are so underrated. Julius, they are, man. They done talked about nearly enough. I considered buying the blue version. Like it's a white dial, and it has blue tick markers on it, Roman numerals on it. And 3-hander, I like it. I may get that at one point. That may be a watch that I consider in the future. Maybe this year. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to actually wind up because we're 53 minutes. I do want to ask you guys this in the chat. Is there a watch that you're looking at that you don't have in your collection right now? What watch would that be? And I need some recommendations, man. Give me, in your humble opinion, or just in your going to coming, what watch would you consider for me? If you were to say recommend a watch for me to get for the channel based on what y'all know about me, what watch would you consider in price point? I'll say under $3,000. $3,000 and under. I would love to see what you guys recommend. And if you see this on a replay and you made it this year, just go ahead and drop that, man. Drop that, because I'm sitting here thinking about stuff, man. I'm writing some things down. I was considering Longines, like adding another Longines. I don't know, but I much rather, because here's my deal. Here's my deal: is I have been recommended in the past. You guys have recommended watches those over years of watching the show, and it means a lot to me when I get a recommendation from you guys and I actually go and get the watch. Those watches never leave my collection ever, ever, because I wouldn't have it if you did. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at it, check it out, see if I'm like, you know what, maybe that will fit. But I do want to get that to recommend whatever watch, because I was thinking, I was wrecking my brain. I'm almost at 1 million views. What watch is going to represent that? I had 3 in mind, but like, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that up to you guys to decide what watch should I get. And I'm talking watches under $3,000. And I have plans on buying, like, I considered that Panerai, right? I still want a Panerai. But then I was looking at, like, anything, if I'm gonna spend that much money, right, on a Panerai, I'm personally going to buy a Tudor over the Panerai. I'm just FYI, because y'all know how much I talked about the Panerai in the past. But just for what you get, man, like the Panerai, Tudor, you get, yeah, and I'm talking specs. Tudor is going to hit harder, man, than the Panerai, because the Panerai I want is right now the price went up. Even if I bought a pre-owned, I'm looking at about $5,600. If I buy it brand new, it's like $8,800. I went over to Reese Nichols, and Reese Nichols, they offered me a good deal. They said, hey, if you do get it, we'll give you a good deal. You're who you are, plus your prior service. So, Tissot PRX, Damian Lillard is on my short list. Ooh, Papa G, that's who's that? Jake just got another one in too. He just got another one in. I have seen that model as well. It's very nice. I hate it when a watch gets a bad review, and then when you see it, you love it. Yeah, look classic to some heritage models or some. Oh, I read that already. Let's see. Hold up. What's this? I want to make sure I get all of. Okay, I read that. Okay, Oscar, I can't tell if a watch has that Vickers or not unless the brand tells me. Okay. Let's see. All right, I missed that one. How do you know a watch has Vickers on it? Yeah, man, the site got to tell. What's up, bro? What's going on, Pops? How's the baby doing? Keeping you up at night?
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ, every 2 hours.
Hey, congratulations. We got a brand new dad over here. You know what I'm saying? Brand new baby, keeping them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep up the good work, Pops. You look well rested this morning. Yo. Oh, man. All right, hold on, y'all. We about to get up out of here. We at the 2 minutes before the top of the hour. I have the multiple watches on my short list. FC World Timer, yes. Watch Angels collab running a new dial for Longines Ultra Chrome. Oh, the Ultra Chrome is, yeah, man. You know what though? There's a number of Citizen pieces that if I had, man, my way, and I don't prefer to have a quartz timepiece because I love sweeping motion. However, there's at least 4 pieces that they have that I want in my collection from Citizen. Yeah, I'm like, yo, they just hit. Oh, let me hold on. Okay, yeah, I got time. I gotta get to work. It's like my job is like literally right over here, which, yeah. That's interesting. Not that much time went by. You know, it's all black. That was nice too. Okay, I really want to see the Citizen watches. Um, so I am going to get back with Jake. I'm gonna follow up with him because he had put in a request for the Citizen, and there's a Citizen that came out that's handcrafted. It's built by hand. They only made so many of these watches. I saw it in the book, right? And I wasn't able to take a picture of it because like it was a hush hush type of deal. But I'm going to follow up with him and see if we can get a hold of that, right? See if he can get his rep to get that hands on, and I will showcase that watch as soon as I have an opportunity to. Because Citizen as a whole, I think that's a company that I definitely want to add. Because I'm not doing a lot of watch buying this year. I actually can't right now, but I'll let you guys know when that opportunity comes for me to get something new in. I'm gonna show it here. Y'all know that. Marathon. Okay. All right, so I'll take these watches in consideration. FC is on my list. It is definitely on my list. Julius, it's been on my list for a while, quite some time. And yeah, we're gonna roll with that. But in between times, and the next time I'll see you guys, I'll be collecting. Hold on. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know I always keep this with me. Keep that thing handy. Yeah. It's always around. Snake eyes. If you know, you know. So, yeah, appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We're on to 1 million views. We're like that close. We're that close. Red Velvet Cake, man. I'm gonna celebrate. We're gonna do a countdown the whole nine. Appreciate you guys for watching, man. And yeah, have a good day, man. Everybody that came in, thank you guys, man. I hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and create something beautiful. You know what I mean? Great live, great show. Trigger Trap. Yes, your boy. You know what I'm saying? So until the next lightning strike, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be blessed.